So today I'm gonna show you the second part. So maybe on Mike's demo, you saw that there were some bytes, some assets, and they were displayed in form of bytes. And my part is just to explain how we see the verification of those bytes, how we actually reason about assets being confirmed. Actually, before this clear signing job, there was already ELIP 100, and let me share my screen. And I'll guide you through all of that. Share desktop. Yeah, now you should be able to see my screen. And basically, it was there from 2022. It basically describes how you can create an asset metadata so that it can be verified by the registry. And this is what exactly we did in scope of lending. So maybe you saw lending powered by simplicity. We showcased it on a few demos already, and the core idea being is we added an minimal support for asset verifications here. It means a few things. First of all, it's still in the alpha phase, so if you will try to use it right now, probably it will not work. But in upcoming days, we're gonna release a follow-up version of the lending, an updated one, so it will function better. But so far, I still can show the core capabilities, what you can expect from asset verification. So every time when you will just go and create an offer, under the hood, we're using some utility assets, and we just attach a metadata to those utility assets. Currently Jade is connected to lending, I click create borrow offer. I will currently stop the demo, and I'm not sure if you will be able to see that. Let me turn off blurring so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, so currently it asked me to confirm the transaction, and here is the expected. So here's output 3, which involves the clear signing kind of data that's being propagated. And if we click, for example, details of asset info, you will see here basically the domain. And because Jade is air gap device, it cannot actually do the HTTPS requests, but in ideal world, your wallet will go to this domain and verify that asset is actually indexed on this domain. So if we follow the ELIP itself, it will describe how to do that and which exact field should be, not field, but get record should be present. As I mentioned, currently it's not here, it's not in the current version of the lending, but still, I will confirm all of the process. Transaction is confirmed, and let's go to the transaction. So here, what we're gonna see is that we already see some verified assets. So this is my borrower account, basically. And if we go to the details of those, this is basically the metadata that was submitted by the lending protocol to the asset registry. Again, it's already existing infrastructure. It's already in the blockstream.info. It's also already on a Liquid mainnet. And if we take a look, let me also show you how it looks in a Blockstream app. So I connect to the Jade, it will do the login, and here it will also display the metadata. So you will see a ticker and the name. I've been in communication with a lot of teams, with Blockstream app team, with the Jade team, with asset registry team, with lending team to display more information. We also are going to add a capability to add custom fields. Currently, custom fields are not possible on a Jade slash LWK level, but they will be at some point, and currently it is what it is. But still, we're working on extending capabilities across all of the ecosystem for that. But if you want to try it right now, you can go and look into it. Also, I will send you an exact pull request that I did to the lending protocol. You can literally copy this pull request in your project, and you'll see exact same functionalities as I'm showing right now. So let me actually go to the chat and to share this pull request with you. Okay. So basically, by following it, by seeing which routers I added, and all of that, you will have the same level of verification across Blockstream app, Jade, and blockstream.info. So it's already present. And yeah, so one thing that I wanted to mention is that with clear signing, what we are trying to achieve is how this trust chain, so basically what exactly can be verified, what actually can be verified. And here we're basically telling you that if you go to this domain, and if you will try to look for this asset, you will get 200 from this particular domain with this asset according to the ELIP. And this is the only way of currently. So you literally only verify this field. You cannot really verify those fields. So still on user level, it should be communicated. So user basically trusts that, okay, the guys who are behind this domain, they are legit with their intentions. But overall, still all of this data is actually committed to the asset ID. So this is actually verified because all of this data is committed to the asset ID. And if you want to change the domain at some point, you will not be able to change this exact metadata because again, it is tightly tied to the asset ID itself. This is the first part that I wanted to talk about is about asset verification, how it is currently integrated with lending, and what you can do already today to achieve the same functionality. The second part that I wanted to talk about is liquid wallet RPC methods. So the inspiration for those is basically from Wallet Connect Bitcoin proposal. So they added a particular spec that allows wallets to communicate with wallets that support Bitcoin. Because the current nuance with that is currently at least on a Bitcoin ecosystem and Wallet Connect ecosystem side, there is no users for those. So even though we were inspired by this spec, it still requires refinement and further investigation, especially in terms of processing confidential transactions. Currently, this ELIP doesn't solve this particular problem of confidential transactions, but it provides a generic and enough interface for the wallet that will allow users to create and sign any type of transactions. Mike's KX manifest enhances this capability because it actually allows to process and reason about confidential transactions as well, and simplicity in even more regard. So it provides that. And besides that, still the only place where it's currently implemented in a full stack, except processing confidential transactions, is Humid extension board. So if you want to try it out, if you want to understand how all of those methods work, you can go there. But in a plain sight, currently what is described is basically all the examples can be found in the ELIP itself. It tries as much as possible to provide web developers with an experience that will allow them to identify users. This is why we emphasize a lot on identification process. So how exactly decentralized applications should identify wallets, because as you know, in a Bitcoin ecosystem, as well as in Liquid ecosystem, it's really important that you change your address every time when you interact. So change is sent to a new address, to the new script public key, and you do it indefinitely. So this one of the purposes of this ELIP is to say how you get deterministic address for the user. And again, it relies on a few prior ELIPs like 152. And for account IDs, all of those can be found in this repository elements project ELIPs. But besides that, everything else is kind of similar to the Bitcoin. So except that accounts, again, we rely on ELIPs from Elements liquid proposals rather than Bitcoin proposals to emphasize that it is for liquid, but there is a similar thing for the Bitcoin. I believe this is all from my side. If you have any questions in regard to how you can integrate asset verification right now to your dApps, you can ask, or just we can talk about it in Telegram, in Simplicity community channel. And also, if you have any questions in regard to why the liquid wallet RPC methods were implemented as it is, why particular fields as they are, and what are the trade-offs, you can also ask those in Telegram chat. But overall, hopefully I covered all the info that was necessary. Thank you, guys.